Hi, my name is Tom Olafson. I'm an estate planning attorney. I serve clients in the Palos area. Thank you for visiting my website. I have something very special that I'd like to give you, but first I'd like to tell you a little bit about my practice. Another question that I often get is, what do I need to have in place in order to help my parents with their healthcare decisions? We usually recommend that there are 3 documents you should have. Number 1 is a living will, which is the don't put me on life support document. It's very simple. It only comes into play during the last moments of someone's life, and it doesn't often get looked at. The more important document is called a durable power of attorney for healthcare, which actually names a person to stand in your place and talk to the doctors as though they were you. They stand in your shoes and have all the power that you have. They have the authority to stand between you and the doctor and say, wait a minute, I thought we talked about this, we're not going to give them that operation. Or how come you're not giving the medication we talked about? They have all that authority just as though they are you. It's a very important document, very powerful, and it's something that we recommend that everybody have. A living will is also important, but the power of attorney is more important. The power of attorney also authorizes the person that you've named to get at your medical records. We run into one problem with the power of attorney in that when you name your spouse first and then your son second and maybe your daughter third to make the decisions, they go specifically in that order: spouse, son, daughter, whichever names you listed. If your spouse is out of town and your son goes to get the medical records, well, they're not the one that's listed right now, so they have a little bit of a problem getting medical records. So we recommend a third document, which is a medical records release, a HIPAA release. The HIPAA rules are the federal rules that govern how doctors and hospitals have to be careful with your medical records. And a medical records release authorizes one or several people to get at your medical records. So even when your spouse is out of town or she's in another part of the hospital, your son can run and get the medical records because the medical records release says he can. It makes things a little easier. It's not an official form, it's not a state authorized form. It's one that we found is very helpful and makes life easier for people, and that's really why we're here, is to make life easier for people. Now what I'd like you to do is go to my website and find out how you can get a free review of your existing trust documents to see if they come up to our standards. I can also arrange for you to get free access to 20 videos that answer your most often asked questions. They give you some guidance as to what you should be looking for. Now, if you don't have existing trust documents or you have a particular question that's been bothering you, you're welcome to call my phone number, which is 773-905-1193, and we'll set up a complimentary consultation.